190. All right, gents. Oh, and ladies. Come on, mate, shake a leg.
John James Bunton.
All right, Ted. Where's the gear, John?
What you want about?
Ted!
John James Bunton. We have a warrant to search these premises for power tools and other electrical goods stolen in an armed robbery from Price-Place Hypermarket on January the 2nd.
Oh,
String us out in there.
I haven't got anything.
You two, secure upstairs. We'll start the search down here. You take care of her. She's getting a bit frisky.
Just because he's got a record. You turn up here when you like, you do what you like.
Yeah, that's just about the strength of it, love.
Listen, seriously, Mr. Burnside, there's
Why
not...
don't you just get out of here and leave him alone?
And why don't you just calm down, Cindy? Can't make yourself decent. Make a nice change, wouldn't it?
Oi! Settle down! Tony!
All right, look.
Leave off, Sid, forget
Come on,
it!
get her out! Oh.
Right. You going to save us a job, or do we have to take this place apart?
I haven't got anything, honest.
Please yourself, John.
Josh, you not moving in here for good, or what?
Till the hypermarket robbery's solved, yeah. Hey, you haven't got change for the tea machine, have you?
No, well, it is permanent then, eh?
Hey, you better watch who you crack that in front of you now. It's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah.
Who was it grassed on us? Come on, Mr. Burnside, I've been clean for 2 years.
Gov, check this out. It's cannabis. Use a quantity only.
Till you find the rest of it.
I'm not dealing.
Did you get wind of this?
No. Even if I did, where would I shift 60 grand worth of Black & Deckers? Would have come in handy now I think of it.
Oh, yeah.
Old lady's always on it just to put up some shelves.
Now, don't push your luck, John.
Look, I've gotten out, Mr. Burnside. I haven't been handing for years, not since you nicked us. You know that.
You saying I've been set up?
I know what the talk is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's... Sun Hill. It's losing its teeth, isn't it?
Do what?
Hey, it's not me, Mr. Burnside. I'm saying nothing.
Nick him for the drugs.
Oh, come on. Do us a favour.
I just have.
So, where'd you get the information?
None of your business, Ted.
All right, so now what?
We start again, from the top.
On our own?
You got any better suggestions?
Yeah, the Serious Crime Squad.
Oh, no way.
Look, bring them in now. It's no loss of face. If we wait any
Look,
longer,
some
we'll just...
people on this ground think that I'm fair game. Now, do you think I'm having that?
It's my head on the block as well, you know. My chances of promotion are no better than yours at the moment.
Well, then you better get your finger out, hadn't you?
I've already given you some likely names. Denver, Carson.
I'll leave it out.
You didn't even consider them.
I want the witnesses brought back in. Get hold of that bloke who was shot. What's his name? Gregory. See if his memory's improved.
You just don't see it, do you? Reid wants you to go it alone. She's waiting for you to screw up.
Yeah? I'll tell her not to hold her breath.
Crown versus Parker. End of last year went to the Old Bailey.
Yes, I gave evidence.
Well, it's due to go to appeal next month. Rumour has it they're going to go strongly for police harassment.
What exactly are we meant to have done?
They're claiming Parker was pressurised between the time he was picked up and brought in here. Threats, deals, you know, that kind of thing.
If I'd had a quid for every time I've heard that one.
Well, it's their usual tactic when they've got a weak case. You've got to deal with it properly. You've got to blow it straight out of the water.
Yes, sir.
According to that, Sergeant Boyden was the arresting officer.
Oh, I see.
You will let me know if we're going to get into difficulties on this one, won't you?
Yes, of course.
Good. Oh, by the way, how did the Ray go this morning?
A washout, I'm afraid.
Why was that?
I think we'd be premature in demanding too many explanations at this stage.
You sure?
Well, it did look like a promising case when I left it to Frank. He's probably just had a run of bad luck.
Okay. Well, keep your eye on it, will you? Bad luck I can live with. Bad judgment, I want to know about it, all right?
Sir. Frank, can you tell me what the raid this morning cost?
I haven't worked out the final figure yet, Ma.
Well, your original estimate was 450. Is it likely to be above that or below?
Above.
No sign of any of the goods stolen in the hypermarket robbery?
I was misinformed.
So, you recovered half an ounce of cannabis. Well, a substance believed to be cannabis. Would you like to come in for a minute, please? You're still saying no to help from outside?
I think we can solve this faster by keeping the investigation in-house, yes, ma'am.
You really think so, even though it's been 3 weeks now?
Yes, Mum, I do.
Any new ideas?
We're following up several leads.
Really?
Yes, Mum.
Well, it's your show, Frank, though how long it'll stay your show is a different matter.
What exactly do you mean?
Yes, Marion?
Assistant Commissioner Renshaw for you, ma'am. Shall I put him through? Or...
Yes, I'll speak to him. Right. Thank you, Frank. That's all for now.
Mum?
DCI Reid? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Would you mind telling me what exactly... Oh. No, I understand.
I could have told him the raid on Bunton would be a no-no.
Then why didn't you?
What, and get my head bitten off for giving good advice? No, thank you. You'd think, wouldn't you, if what they've been saying is true, that it's a toss-up between the DI and Reid, that he'd be a bit
Yeah,
more...
well, who is saying this, really?
Jim, it's not just from this Nick. She wants him transferred or she wants out.
Yeah?
Oh, come on. Reid would have him in a traffic warden's job given half a chance.
It'll make solving crimes a lot easier, all this, doesn't it?
Well, you know what they say? When you get above the rank of sergeant, never let police work get in the way of your career.
Jim?
Dove.
You're with me. Come on, we're going out. There's my man. I want you to stick with me, Jim. In case I do anything out of order.
What?
You're my insurance policy.
Oh, cheers, Gov.
I want to talk to you.
I've got a few things to do, ain't I?
Yeah. Come in for a drink.
Keith Parker. Yeah, I remember him. Lippy little git.
Can you remember the circumstances of the arrest?
Well, it was a long time ago.
Have a go, would you, Sergeant? I've been called into MS-15 tomorrow.
You're joking.
No.
It was a straightforward arrest. Why are they investigating it?
Well, I was hoping you might be able to tell me that.
Well, we caught him breaking and entering down Priory Avenue. Coughed a dozen similar offences as soon as we got him out the door.
What was said to him on the journey from his house to the station?
Eh?
Well, you said he admitted to other offences.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything to him. Well, I didn't question him anyway. Neither did Dave Quinnan.
What, he just started talking?
That's it, yeah.
So you're saying the conversation that took place in the back of the car was entirely voluntary? Neither you nor PC Quinnan did anything to initiate it? For a distance of 3.5 miles, this man Parker just launched into a kind of soliloquy?
With respect, Mum, you know the score. We never gave him the 3rd degree.
It's alleged that you threatened him, tried to set up a deal in the back of the Panda.
So what's he done? Produced a tape recording?
That is not the point, Sergeant.
No, the point is he committed the crimes.
And the conviction won't stand if the appeal court starts thinking you lent on him.
Excuse me, Mum, have you got a moment?
Yes, just a minute, Andrew. Right, I'll get back to you. Why don't you people understand? Pace isn't there to get in our way. It's there to prevent cock-ups like that happening in the first place.
I think it's time you started talking some sense, don't you?
The hypermarket job. Honest. Told you everything by now.
I'm afraid you're going to have to convince me, Peter. Sorry.
It's fault, let's go.
Right. Have one yourself. Do you want to go to the toilet?
Hey?
Of course you do. Come on. Jim. Come in, Jim. Stay by the door. Who set me up, Peter?
I don't know!
You came to me with some information.
Everyone knows Bunton's trading again. Anyone could have told you that.
That's not good enough.
Hey!
Go! Stop now, mate, OK.
Who was it?
Please, I can't!
Can't what?
If anyone sees me talking to you, well, no! Wait, please! It was, there was 2 of them.
Yeah?
It was Martin Riley.
Go on.
He said you nicked him over a stolen motor a few months back. He wanted to settle the score by cooking up the story about Johnny Bunton. He said you buy it.
Who was the other one? Who was it?
No! Alan Pope.
Pope and Riley, what were they doing together?
I don't know. No! Martin was standing off by doing some driving on a job. He had a fair bit to drink, like. And next time he said he wanted to use one of the shooters.
You telling me that Pope supplied her weapons on a hypermarket job?
Yeah.
Martin Riley was the driver? Who for?
I don't know.
Who for?
I don't know! God's truth! They wouldn't let someone like me know that.
All right. You're gonna have to tell me. What else?
Well, I do know that the Pope ain't had the guns back yet. Martin wanted to have a look at them. The Pope said they were still out because of the law's interest.
That's better. All right, Peter. I'll see you around.
So you'll see me all right?
Come on, Jim. Let's go.
Mr. Burnside! You've got to look after me.
You remember that little accountant we saw? Yeah? Who did he say he saw with the Pope and Riley? And who does the Pope supply weapons to?
Kevin Carson.
I owe Ted Roach an apology.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll find some way of avoiding it.
Yeah. Now look, Gov. Look, I want you to liaise with Ted. I'm going to go and see the Chief Super, sort out a warrant for Carson's place. Then I'm going to see Munro, organise some uniform. Now we're going to hit Carson, the Pope and Riley all at the same time first thing tomorrow morning. We've got to move fast because one word from Crowther and our Kevin will have those shooters away. And Peter Crowther is a very frightened man.
Yeah, well, he is now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't ever do that to me again, Gov.
What are you talking about?
You were bang out of order in there.
Oh, and what they did wasn't, I suppose. A man of 60 goes out shopping with his old lady, meets up with him, and loses the use of both legs. Shot to bits at 15 yards with a sawn-off, he'll never walk again. Do you think Kevin Carson gives a monkeys about that? As for Peter Crowther, he is not the sort of person you sit down in a chair, give him a cup of coffee, and expect him to give you what you want. Now you listen to me, Jim. Never mind about what the governors say. What the public wants is a bit of muscle. Helps them sleep at night. Now if you can't see that, you're in the wrong job, pal.
Jim? Up at the window.
Burnside from Carver.
Burnside receiving.
Signs of movement, Gov. Yeah. I can't be sure. Hold on.
It's him, it's Riley.
Riley spotted us, Gov. Cover's blown.
Burnside to all units. Go!
Okay, let's do it.
Hello, Maureen. Aren't you going to answer that? Kevin, nice to see you again. Open up, please!
Would you mind if I made a call to my solicitor?
You can do that down at the station, Mr. Pope.
And that's where I get to find out what all this is about, is it?
That's right.
You've been cautioned, Kevin. Do you understand why you're here? What were you doing on the morning of January the 2nd? That was a Thursday, if it's any help. When did you last see Alan Pope? Alan Pope, Kevin, when did you last see him?
I've never heard of him. You prove I have.
I'd be surprised if Kevin Carson was in the frame for this. He's big time.
Well, I wouldn't question it, Kim. You've got MS-15 to worry about.
Yes, indeed.
It might be worth telling Renshaw there are fewer complaints against officers in this nick than most in the Met.
Don't worry, I've done my homework.
Keys, Mrs. Carson.
Full marks for observation.
Where are they for, please?
Garden shed. It wasn't locked anyway.
Right. And what's this one for?
It's my lockup. End of the road, gouge number 5.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Frank's stitching my husband up, is he?
No. I want you to use the time constructively, Mr. Pope. Think about what I've put you, and I'll see you again in an hour.
That's fine by me, Sergeant.
Any joy?
Nah, it's getting iffy about a minute. They got that little cartel of theirs wrapped up tight in the spring.
So far.
Well, even if you do get to Carson, Pope's going to walk away from this one unscathed.
We brought them in when we did for a good reason, see?
Yeah, I know, I wasn't criticizing. They had anything from Tosh yet?
No.
What about Riley? What did Carver think he was doing, parking up
All
in
right,
front?
all right, Ted, just leave it, will you?
Come in. Hello, Kim.
Morning, sir.
Let me introduce you. Commander Bill Huxley. Good to put a face to the name. Heard a lot about you.
Sir.
Take a seat, Chief Inspector.
Thank you.
How are things at Sun Hill?
Fine, sir.
Charlie Brownlow and I were skippers together over at Hackney. Long time ago now.
Really?
Yes, we had some right old times back at that section house. Remember me to him, will you?
Yes, I will. Sir, would you explain exactly what this interview is all about? If I am under investigation, I'd rather we just got on with it, if you don't mind.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, but I've really been given very little warning about this, apart from a brief conversation I had with my chief superintendent. I am aware of one or two vague rumours of misconduct at my station, nothing more.
Kim.
And they're certainly not cases in which I had any direct involvement with the alleged...
Kim. What made you think you were under investigation? Bill wanted to talk to you about a superintendent vacancy at MS-15 that's coming up shortly. Thought you might be interested.
Well, yes, I would. But as you know, I'm only a chief inspector.
There are boards for superintendent coming up next month. If you applied, who knows how lucky you'd be. The assistant commissioners told me a lot about your work at Sun Hill. If you were successful in the board, I know we'd be interested in looking at you for the vacancy.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, if you want to be investigated as well, I'm sure we can arrange something.
Carson's had his hour. Do you want to take him back in for an interview?
Any news?
Not yet, no.
All right. Give us a couple of minutes.
There's nothing here.
Here, Tosh.
Yeah? Magic.
Alan Pope, the man who supplied you with the weapons, he and Martin Riley have been socialising lately. Did you know that? Quite talkative, as I understand it.
I doubt it.
You met him, hadn't you, Jim? You'd have to gag Riley to stop him shooting his mouth off.
Quick word, Gov. DI Burnside's left the room due to an interruption by DC lines. DI Burnside has re-entered the room.
You say you never owned a gun, Kevin?
That's right.
2 sawn-off shotguns, matching the descriptions of the ones used in the robbery, have been found in your garage. You got anything to say? Or are you going to lapse into another of your famous silences?
Now don't you stitch me up, Frank. You slag! Come on! Into the arena!
You're looking at 25 years here, Kevin. Unless you do the sensible thing and tell me about Alan Pope, Riley and the other man involved. And I might just get it down to 15.
All right. Out the way, out the way. You're asking for what I'm receiving, I think. Ambulance required.
Carter's been shot in the legs.
In the legs, eh?
Well, that's neat, anyway.
Gov, he wanted looking after, he said.
Did he tell us where we can find Riley?
He was on an oxygen machine. I doubt very much if he knows anything.
Yeah. We'll have to find Riley some other way. That's if Kevin's mates don't get hold of him first.
Hang on a minute, Gov. Don't you think we should share some of the responsibility?
What for?
Well, your informant's been kneecapped. We got the information out of him in full view of an own pub. Now, what do you expect?
What I got?
Oh, and that's it.
Well, it'll do, mate. Catch you later, Jim.
Yes?
Mom. Nice little result.
Oh, good. Leave the report on my desk, would you, Frank?
Do what?
I shan't be back this afternoon. Tomorrow morning will be fine.
No. Sorry. I'm worth more than this. You're not giving me the brush off.
Pass on my congratulations to all concerned. You did a good job, Frank. Sincerely.
Bigger fish to fry, is it?
News obviously travels fast.
It does where I'm concerned, yeah. So whose back are you going to be climbing on next, then?
I'll forget you said that.
You don't have to. You didn't think I'd pull it off, did you?
I had every confidence.
Just say it. For my benefit. So's I'll know where I stand with you. Do you know what gets me with you people on accelerated promotion? You never get your hands dirty. Not even when you're rubbing someone's nose right in it.
If you know so much about the way it's done, what's stopping you?
Self-respect.
Goodbye, Frank.